are young men sitting in prison cells today who did not wake up intending to ruin their lives. They didn't plan to lose their scholarships, their reputations, or their futures. They made one unguarded decision outside of spiritual covering, and it cost them everything. This message is not about fear, it's about wisdom, and it's about protection. This is Family Still Matters. I'm Deborah. This channel exists because families still matter, accountability still matters, and the choices we make in our private lives still matter because they have public consequences. If you are a parent, a guardian, or a young man preparing to step into adulthood, I need you to listen carefully all the way through. This message is for young Christian college students who are going away from home for the first time. It is for parents who believe their children are good kids and therefore safe. It is for families who assume moral upbringing automatically protects against worldly traps. This message is not for casual debate. It is not for minimizing risk. And it is not for people who believe wisdom means learning the hard way. Why should they have to buy the lesson? They could learn from wisdom. What's at stake is not just a bad night. It's your freedom, your education, your future family, your testimony, your calling. One accusation, true or false, can permanently alter the trajectory of a young man's life. And parents, one season of disengagement can undo years of careful instruction. I want to share this cautionary tale not to sensationalize, but to warn. A distant cousin of mine went off to college just a few years ago on a basketball scholarship. Good student, Christian upbringing, structured household, two-parent home, sheltered in the best sense of the word, but exposed enough, but yet naive. Away from home for the first time, he decided, after a few months of being on his own, to step outside the boundaries and protections he had been raised with. He went to a bar, something completely foreign to his upbringing, and met a young woman. She was intoxicated. He brought her back to the campus, where she was not even allowed to be. They undressed, and then something critical happened. Before anything happened, his conscience kicked in. He realized that having sex with an intoxicated woman could place him in a dangerous position. So he stopped, he dressed, he put her in a taxi. He made sure she left safely. That decision likely saved his life. But here's the part young men need to understand. Doing one right thing does not erase the danger of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. What he didn't know is that this woman was not acting alone. There were people behind the scenes waiting to exploit the situation. May have even taken his own life, really. 6 months later, after he had graduated college, returned home, going on with his life, he receives a subpoena for his arrest, a rape allegation. Parents, imagine that call. A young man, barely 20 years old, suddenly facing incarceration. The only reason this situation did not destroy his life was documentation. There were cameras in the dorm. Friends witnessed her arrival and departure. Taxi records exist. He had already reported the policy violation to the school. Even with all that, his parents still needed to hire an attorney. They still had to spend money. They still had to travel. They still had to fight for the truth. Now ask yourself this. What if there were no cameras, no witnesses, no report? Young men, hear me. Hear me. If you have an ear to hear what the Lord has to say. If party life isn't your life, stop wandering into it. If you don't understand the environment, you are not equipped to navigate it safely. Many women who quickly go home with strangers are not acting independently. Trafficking, coercion, and exploitation are real, and lawsuits are big business for criminals. This does not deny that real sexual assault exists. It does not dismiss victims, but it affirms this truth. Naivety is not a legal defense. That means because you were ignorant, you didn't understand, that's not a legal defense. That's not going to get you off legally. One of the most painful lessons in this situation is that this could have been addressed earlier. If this young man had told his parents immediately before fear and shame set in, legal actions could have been prevented altogether. Parents, please create homes where your children can tell you the truth without terror. Young men, understand that secrecy multiplies the risk. Keeping secrets multiply the risks. Darkness thrives where there is silence and secrets. Parents, talk to your children before the world does. Young men, stay within spiritual covering and walk circumspectly. And when I say walk circumspectly, what this means is move carefully, move intentionally, be alert to where you are, who you are with, and what could go wrong before it does. It means you don't move loosely, casually, or impulsively. You don't assume people have good intentions. You don't put yourself in situations that require luck to survive. Circumspectly means you think ahead because consequences don't announce themselves first. Scripture tells us plainly, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. That is Ephesians 5, verses 15 through 16. That is not fear-based teaching. That is protective teaching. I'm Deborah. This is Family Still Matters. And guidance, godly guidance still matters. If this video has helped you, please like it, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with someone that you think needs it, and may God continue to richly bless you and continue to guide you in your decisions and the choices that you make for yourself and your family. God bless.